Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
So let's talk about this. Let's go through this article that came out yesterday. There you go. The headline says the gas industry is ripping us off, and it's been an open secret for years. That's what the ACTU stands for. ACTU also calls for a 25% tax on green exports to help fix Australia's housing problem. Look, I don't agree with everything they're saying in this article, but open secret. This is the thing. Selfish ambition from politicians and bureaucrats has gotten us to this point where we're just getting blatantly ripped off and no one's questioning, no one's asking. People know about this, but no one's saying, hey, this isn't right. And even then, I wonder whether what the things that they've allowed out into the media are just what they allow. What is truth? This is what I'm talking about. Australians are being ripped off, it says. That's the blunt message delivered by the Australian Council of Trade Unions, ACTU, at the Australia Institute Revenue Summit in Canberra. Ripped off specifically by the gas industry, and it's been an open secret for years, said Assistant Secretary Liam O'Brien, which I believe is that chap right here if we were watching this on video. Okay, the Petroleum Resource Rent Tax, PRRT, is a rort on the Australian people. The gas industry is corrupting our politics and hurting our budget, not to mention the impact that it has on our climate. The PRRT is a federal tax on the profits gas and oil companies make from extracting petroleum resources, mainly in offshore gas and oil projects. It is literally the price they pay for the product they sell. O'Brien said a full 2/3 of oil projects that should be eligible have never paid a cent in PRRT, and that includes all of our major gas exports. But they're not paying anything. Are they really an export? It sounds more like they're just, hey, we're just going to take this, we're just going to and do whatever the heck we want, and you're idiots. They're saying to us. The rate of tax that we do collect from the PRRT is laughable. It's riddled with loopholes. For every $100 of gas that we export, we collect about 43 cents. Not $43, 43 cents. The ACTU has long campaigned for the broken tax to be scrapped, with Mr. O'Brien commending Treasurer Jim Chalmers for bravely opening it up for review in 2023. It's currently 2025. He opened it up for review in 2023. If you're so brave, surely you would have something done. It's 2 years later. We're getting to the end of 2025, but so bravely he's opened it up. Wow. He said ultimately the industry pulled out all the stops to prevent serious reform. Hey, here's an idea. You stop everything, you take it all back, and you say, nah, screw you, this is ours. It belongs to the Australian people. The problem is, this has all been put in place, and it's all been held in place by people with selfish ambition. They give us this article, they say all these things, but what is truth? That's what I want everyone to ask themselves, just like Pontius Pilate is standing there in front of Jesus, and he's asking him these questions, and he knows in the back of his mind what the truth is. He knows that Jesus is only there because of the envy of the people, and he's saying, what is truth? We know that this is a load of rubbish. Ask yourself, what is truth? Are they really telling us the truth? Goes on, all companies around the globe reap record profits from the global energy crisis. That's what O'Brien said. They're able to wriggle out of their obligations in Australia through loopholes. Those loopholes are only there. What's the truth? Because we placed them there. Some politician and bureaucrat worked together to allow, and you better believe it, there was a lawyer involved. 100%, there was probably 100 lawyers involved, and they all allowed these loopholes because that's the truth. They're criminals. They've got selfish ambition. They all reaped the rewards. They all got money. That's the truth. You've got 100%. You've got some lawyers, politicians, and bureaucrats. They got some of theirs and said, "Yep, that's the way you get loopholes in these agreements." Otherwise, you come up with someone comes up with an agreement, you get your lawyers to check it, the lawyers say, "Hey, this isn't good." But why do they allow it to go through? They allow it to go through because the lawyers are in on it, the bureaucrats are in on it, the politicians are in on it. Everyone's making money except for the people that should be making money, and that's the Australian people who actually own the gas, own these petroleum goods. What is truth? It's not what they're telling us. Even now, they're sitting there going, "Oh, he's brave. Jim Chalmers bravely opened it up." Yeah, 2 flipping years ago. It's a move backed by Greens leader, Senator Loretta Waters, okay, who told the summit it was an elaborate con. I barely agree with anything out of the Greens, but sometimes you got to sit and go, wow. There are a couple of things you sit there going, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's some truth. Elaborate con that gas companies are readily happy to game as companies around the globe reap record profits from the global energy crisis. There is no energy crisis. There is an energy ripoff. They are screwing us, creating a crisis so they can pump prices up and gain more profit. That's what's happening. It all comes back to selfish ambition. And what is the truth? The truth is not what they're actually saying. So as companies, where am I? They're able to wriggle out of their obligations in Australia through loopholes because they created the loopholes and no one wanted anyone else to see the loopholes. He urged the Australian government follow the lead of other leading gas exporting countries such as Qatar and Norway. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I agree. Let's follow on, but why? Why did Jim Chalmers courageously, oh, so brave, so beautiful, so brave? He bravely opened up this review 2 years ago. So brave of him. And then let it linger. And, for every $100 for over 2 years that they're making, and they're probably making $100 every half a second. Yeah, he just let it go. You can't tell me. I would bet. I'm not a betting man. Oh, I don't mind. If I was like really a betting man, I'd bet that the Labor government is somehow making some coin out of it. Politicians and bureaucrats are somehow making some coin out of it, and that's why he bravely opened up this review 2 years ago, and is still lingering. I think we need to ask ourselves a lot more: what is truth? Look at what's actually going on. What is truth? There's this conspiracy. They talk about conspiracy now like you're an idiot if you believe in conspiracies. How could you actually believe in conspiracies? The problem is, so many of these things that we were told now is just a conspiracy theory. They actually come out true. A couple of years later, it's like, whatever. Everyone knew that. You looked at it as if you're an idiot. Pontius knew that there was a conspiracy to crucify Jesus. Pontius knew the truth for whatever. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why he went along with it, why he didn't. But yeah, okay. There's a conspiracy. There's still a conspiracy to hurt the Australian people, a conspiracy to lie to the Australian people, a conspiracy created out of selfish ambitions because our politicians and our bureaucrats, they don't want to serve the country, serve the people. They could give us stuff about how this country was created serving God, the Lord Jesus Christ. When I say God, I don't mean the indigenous, creation story, and I don't mean any other creation story. I mean the Lord Jesus Christ. We turned our back on God, and we don't want to know the truth. We would rather walk along in darkness or in the shadows, have a little bit of the light, shine a little bit on it, and bury our head in the sand and have no accountability. Hey, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'm Jay Fallon. Please check out my music on Spotify, on Apple Music. Just check it out. Just give one song a listen. If you're, I've got a lot of listeners on Apple and a few on Spotify as well and YouTube. Can you please just go to my whatever, wherever you see my music, and just give one song? I'll get no, not just one song. Give "Beautiful Friend." "Beautiful Friend." I think one of the titles is "Beautiful Friend 2018." Give it a whirl. If you're on Apple or Spotify or YouTube, whatever, just give it a whirl and a like. Hey, my name is Jay Fallon. Thanks for listening to the Slippery Slope.
They just fuel a desire that will take me higher. I'm on fire because nothing's going